Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 9, Episode 7 of The Impossible Dream with Bala Town. And today we are playing Bangor City, our rivals in the league. And then we are playing Ajax in a game, if we do not lose, we could be see Italy in Europe after Christmas, having won in Ajax in the Champions League group stage, of course. Now, I thought what we'd do is we'd start today by having a quick look at our under-19s and seeing exactly what we have coming through that isn't yet in the first team. Now, Nihat Gul is obviously off on loan in Germany, so we can try and get him a work permit. He's developing nicely. And if we can get him back with a work permit, he is going to be a really, really good player for us in our midfield. But there's, I think, three main guys here we should maybe start to familiarise ourselves with. Barry Moore is the first one, a centre-back that is coming along nicely. Positioning is a little bit of a concern for him, but he's got good jumping reach, good tackling, good heading, decent leadership as well. So he could be someone that sort of pushes himself in towards the first team. We have Lewis James, who is an inverted winger. He has potential. He's got a long way to go yet, but he is improving, which is something. And the other guy is, of course, a backup goalkeeper, Ewan Burgess. Now, we did see him in a first-team game already during an international break. I think that was last season. And if he can get to the three-star potential, that he's sort of his potential, then that could be okay. Another guy here that we'll have a quick look at some of these other guys here. They could make it. I mean, 2.5-star potential is kind of our first team level, but I just don't know if these guys are going to quite have what it takes in the end to get into the first team. So yeah, we'll see. Zach Littlemore is someone I've considered calling up actually because, right back we could use another option, but he's not as good as, and then we get down into sort of dregs there. He's not as good as Jay Jenkins, who he ended up keeping on low wages. So yeah, there was not too much point there. But that's what we have coming through. And obviously we have a few of the youngsters already in the first team for mentoring and that sort of stuff. But we've got a couple of games to catch you up on since last episode. I'm trying to sneakily read who the first game's against. It's against Connors Key in the league. We took the lead just before half-time when McVeigh played Oldmark in behind the defence. Connor Gosney doubled our lead seconds after half-time before Allmark got our third and Ryan Burke bent in our fourth. Connors Key pulled one back. But Crialdo crossed for Allmark to get his hat-trick in stoppage time. So there we go, too good for Connors Key. Allmark with the late hat-trick. Gosney and Burke with the other goals. Nice free kick it was from Burke as well, wasn't it? Yeah, you can see here, we dominated the game. We were just a little bit too good for them, which is fantastic. Next up, it was the Welsh League Cup. We were against Clonelly, and I think this was the quarter-final. Ryan Murphy gave us a second-minute lead. Brett Brewerton doubled our advantage with his first Bala goal, before Connor Gosney and Ewan Dixon had us 4 up after 17 minutes. And Simon Tate made it 5 at half-time. Though Clonelly got one back in the second half with a worldie. So there we go, a brilliant first half. We were unplayable, ripped them to shreds, and then we didn't bother in the second half, never came out. So yeah, they got a goal back and we ended up losing the second half. But I played a strong team, mostly just to try and help morale as much as anything. So Norrington Davies had a good game, which is important. We need him to be doing better in Europe. So that was good to see. Just generally, we played well. So that's all very, very positive for us. We have a quick look at what this all means for the league table. Just the one game in the league, obviously. But with 3 games in hand, we're 4 points clear and it's happy days. Champions League group stage, though, this is what it's all about today, really. If we can avoid defeat, it would mean that if we avoid defeat, it would mean Ajax would have to beat Barcelona and Manchester United to knock us out because we would have the head-to-head against them. So even a win and a draw against those two wouldn't be good enough. So avoid defeat, and I'm going to say we're in the Europa League. You can see other draws here. We've got Ruthen at home. I think it's at home. I don't think it's neutral. In the Welsh League Cup semi-final, that should be an easy win for us. And we saw last episode, Hibs reserves coming up in the quarter-final of the Iron Brew. Now let's go and have a quick look at what we're up against here, against Bangor City. We are the favourites, as you would expect. We've got a good record against them, though they do tend to give us a tough game. Seamus Coleman is their new manager for this season. So have a quick look at Seamus. player I've always rated, Seamus Coleman. Decent enough manager, but I mean, it's early days for him in his managerial career. I should think they're an attacking, direct playing style, and we're expecting them to come out something along the lines of this formation. We can see their positional heat map there, their passing network, and of course their key passes. You can see they are not afraid to go direct. And this is the team that we're sending out. Obviously, we have an eye on the Ajax game, but this is still a very, very strong team. Tanaskovic goes in goal. It's Malone at left back. Burke is match fatigued. Obviously, Norrington Davies, we have to save him for... Is Burke fatigued? I think he's fatigued. We have to save Norrington Davies for Europe. So Malone gets the start in this one with KDH. Griffith McMenemy gets the start in the centre of defence. He's a good young player and he needs to be playing. And Cameron, of course, the right back that we signed for this season. He goes he goes at right back. It's Owen and Cheney coming into midfield for this one. Ideally, we'd have him playing out wide right, but... needs must in this occasion. Criado comes out to play on wide right, the Spanish midfielder or winger that we panic bought, with McVeigh as a Trequartista and Sean Davies. Allmark, of course, goes up top. We're chasing 50 league goals for him this season. He needs to average a goal and a half a game to get to the record. So he's a little bit off the record right now, off the pace to get the record. So another hat-trick here for Allmark, and he'll be right back on pace. So there we go, everybody is lining up as expected, always a good thing. Where is the crowd for this game? The stadium looked empty. Pick up where they left off, that's fine, keep the run going, boys. Some calm, we have faith, and yeah, just give the ball to Allmark. And here we go. Oh, look at that, the crowd is so demoralising, isn't it? Look at this, we have a team that is in the Welsh League, that is competing with the best in Europe, and... no one comes out to watch us. I almost swore then. McVeigh, his shot is blocked behind for a corner. Unlucky there. We'll get another chance at this, though. I think it was Cheney that was taking it. It was. Another ball in. Headed back from Allmark. Go yourself, Allmark. Come on, mate. You need to get 50 goals for us. That is the one record I'm determined to both win the Champions League with Bala Town and have Allmark take that record. Even if we have to keep him going when he's 40 and just have him stand up there with his Walker frame, he will be getting those 50 goals in this series. This is becoming a long old highlight as we go back, play it out from the back. KDH and Griffith McMenemy. I'll tell you what, that's going to be the longest central defensive partnership name in history. Alright, Cameron brings it forward, checks back in, goes there for Cheney. Cheney, his weakness in his game is passing. Physically, he's quite good. Passing is a weakness, which is why he's probably a better winger. Here we go, Davies, pull it back, mate. It's saved, and it's headed behind for another corner. Well, we sprung forward then, didn't we? Come on, where's Allmark? Get it to the back post, Cheney. Right on Damien's head for us. It's back post, it's Curtis Owen over the bar. Let's get creative. Come on, boys. We have seen regularly this season that it takes us sometimes a little bit of time to get that first goal, but once we get one, we do tend to be able to go and get lots of quick goals. So there's no need to panic just yet, though ideally we would have had a goal by now, halfway through the first half, aren't we? Goal kick forward, Cheney wins it, down there for Criado. Let's see what he can do. Crossfield ball, looking for Davies. Davies, I mean, he wins the header, but there was no one there with him. And Bangor City have possession. Can we win that? We can. Curtis Owen does well there, but we just can't grab possession right now, can we? It keeps going back to Bangor. Crossfield ball. Can we get to that? No, we can't. And again, we've challenged well, but again, we can't win it. And this is not looking great. Tanaskovic with the save. Cameron brings it away, and maybe we just need to concentrate a little bit here, boys. Looking overwhelmed and nervous, and we've seen before when Allmark looks nervous, it doesn't tend to end well for him. Let's take it off, exploit the flanks. Let's take it off, pass ball into space and see where that leaves us. But here we go, Cheney with the corner. We just need to get this first goal. It's there, oh, and it's Allmark. He's nicked it. He's 21st of the season. Griffith McMenemy with the assist. Was it going in anyway? I suspect it might have been, but Allmark, that's what we do, Griffith. We give the ball to Allmark. Oh no, it definitely needed a touch. Well done. A good finish by Allmark on his toes. Griffith McMenemy did really well to win the header. And there it is. We've taken the lead before the break. Allmark has one of his goals. He needs at least two to not fall further back of the record pace. And I think we have to say you've played well, but there's room for improvement there, boys. That seems to have got some sort of a reaction. Tanaskovic, ever since that Manchester United game where he didn't have a good game, his form, his confidence just seems to have deserted him. He's looking nervous in a league game, mate. You'd never have to touch the ball. You're doing fine. We've got Criado looking nervous as well, which isn't ideal. Sean Davies hasn't had a great game out there. Allmark's looking confident, as he should. And there we go. Let's give it a demand. We'll wait for this highlight. Probably a demand more. Maybe we'll be praising him after this highlight. Let's hope so. No, not with that pass like that we won't be. Griffin McMenemy wins it back though, makes up for it. And then we get caught in possession again. And what's going to become of this? I mean, they've looked threatening, haven't they? Tennis-Kovic though, well claimed, mate. Well claimed. That's better. That's better. Highlight continues. Out there to Cheney. Wide to Cameron. Back to Griffin McMenemy. To KDH. Ball forward. I'm assuming he's looking for Allmark, but not the best pass. That's a loose pass as well. Cameron has it now. All right. Short, quick passes, boys. Pass and move. Back to Tennis-Kovic. Out there to KDH. KDH across to Griffin McMenemy. He goes forward looking for Allmark. Excellent stuff, mate. Go on, Damien. Out wide there to Sean Davies. Can he find Allmark in the middle? He can, and Allmark gets his second. A 22nd goal of the season. And, well, it was a good goal, wasn't it? A really, really good goal. Allmark kept possession there. Out wide to Davies. Ran into the box, and Davies picked him out with precision with a little near post run there. Good header past the keeper. And that's how you do it, boys. That's how you do it. Allmark just continues to score for fun in the Welsh League. And, well, if he can get another goal now, he is well and truly back on track to get these 48 goals that he needs. Allmark, it's a decent header, well claimed by the keeper. The record, to be clear, the record is 47, so he needs 48 to break the record. 50 is just a nice round number, though, isn't it? So we'd like to see if we can get him to 50. But, yeah, 48 is the magic number. Here we go with Allmark out there to Criado. Criado goes on a run. Criado, that's horrible, mate. Absolutely horrible. You give the ball to Allmark. Allmark scores the goals in this team. He's still learning English, so maybe that's the problem. He's not having a great game. We have Ap Gareth on the bench, so we all know what means to happen there, don't we? We'll make that change. Malone is not having the best game at left back, but we'll forgive him for that for now. Here we go. Can we go and get this Allmark hat-trick? Keeper has it. Lumps it forwards. We should get to that. We do. KDH has done really well to come out of that tackle, hasn't he, with the possession. Back to Griffin McMenemy, who's looked relatively solid at the back. Here we go with Ap Gareth. Cheney, forward to Allmark. Good ball. Damien Allmark. Oh, he goes wide. Back to the goalkeeper. Loses possession. And we pick it up again with Griffin McMenemy, who I've been really, really impressed by. I think we might have a good one there. McMenemy and KDH could be the new domestic centre-back partnership, and that's two academy players, which is nice. Davies does well to get that past his man and unfortunately straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Yeah, look at that. Both the centre-backs are playing well. That fills you with pride, doesn't it? See the Bala Town Academy producing that sort of quality. Unfortunately, we haven't I mean, the only player we've had, I think, that has really been legitimate European quality has been Callum Connolly, and of course, we lost him to Fulham. I think Allmark and Dixon are there or thereabouts. KDH could probably do a job, but he's not really. They're not, you know, they can qualify and they'd be good enough, but at this very top level, they're not really. I mean, even you could argue that. What a goal from Sean Davies! A cracking volley back across the goalkeeper. It's 3-0 now, and that was a really, really good strike. Didn't maybe hit it cleanly, didn't fly off the boot. But it was a real... I didn't see the shot coming, to be honest. I didn't think it was possible. And he's just swung a boot at it and helped it inside that far post. Really, really good finish from Sean Davies, that one. Yeah, I mean, you could probably argue that Callum Connolly at that very, very top level was also not quite good enough. Let's get Maurice on for Davies, who's looking tired now. But, yeah, you know, it is what it is. Callum Connolly was just a beast, wasn't he? Such a shame. Anyway, it's 3-0. Allmark is not going to get the hat-trick, it doesn't look like, but he does get his 2 goals, which is important. It means that he hasn't lost any ground on the record, and we've conceded a late goal. Oh, boys, that's stupid. Now I've got to edit in the stupid Bangor City logo. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that, because that's frustrating to have to have done that. But there we go. Just poor marking, wasn't it? We better not be doing that against Ajax, boys. Maybe that's where our heads were. We're already looking towards the Ajax game. But 3-1 it is. A 94th minute goal to sort of take the gloss off our afternoon. But a good performance nonetheless. Well done, boys. So Williams suffers defeat against his former club. Who's Andy Williams? Do we recognise that? Was he must have... Oh, he came through our academy. He can't pass, didn't he? Okay, so we've come up against another former player there. Yeah, I remember Andy Williams now. I didn't know whether he was... Because he's got vision, but he can't pass and he can't tackle, but he could also have been a ball winner. So he's just one of those that was never going to quite make it. But there we go. Came back and got absolutely smashed by us, which is excellent. Allmark, so we're 10 games into this league season now. He needs to have 15 goals to be on track. 15 league goals, of course, that is. And he has 13. So he's right there. He's right there. So hopefully, that will continue. Oh, we got his 100th. He has 100 league goals. I missed that completely. So there we go. Congratulations, Mr. Allmark, for 100 league goals for Bala Town. And there we go, guys. Wait right there. It is huge next. It's Ajax. We welcome them to the Wrexham Racecourse ground. We just need to avoid defeat. Please let us beat Ajax, football gods. Please. Hello? Oh, Tommy Williamson. Thanks for returning my call, mate. Listen, how are you feeling? How's the injury? You feel about 84%. Okay, what about match sharpness? 81%. These are very specific numbers, mate. I like it. Well, do you reckon you could give us 90 minutes versus Ajax? Okay, welcome back. I am so nervous ahead of this game. Now, as we can see, Tommy Williamson, he is back fit, but he's not really 90 minutes fit. So, it gives us a little bit of a selection dilemma ahead of this one as to exactly what it is we do with him. I don't think he can start, so we'll probably put him on we are going to put him on the bench, spoiler alert, and he's there if we need him. Now, other news here, if we go and have a quick look, the Bala Town under-19s, they are flying high again in Europe. 4-1, they've beaten Ajax. Let's hope they can lead the way for us again, and we can both do a double over the Dutch. In this particular Champions League campaign, but Tate with a double, Criado and Johnny Love with a goal there as well. So that's excellent stuff. We're going to have a quick look at where they stand in their table. They have moved into second. Barcelona have a game in hand against Manchester United, but Manchester United beat them last time out. So if they can do a double over them, and then we might set ourselves up with the under-19s having a showdown against Barcelona for that spot in second in the group. But right now we need to worry about ourselves, the senior team, against Ajax, and I feel sick all of a sudden. I'm so nervous ahead of this one. If we avoid defeat, we are essentially guaranteed Europa League football unless Ajax can beat both Manchester United and Barcelona. You can see we've got as far as a record against a team like Ajax, a fantastic record of 1 win, 1 defeat, and the single draw as well. We know roughly what to expect from them. We did, of course, play them last game in Europe. We're expecting them to go with a number 10 in this one, so sort of a 4-2-3-1 formation. But we'll wait and see on that one. We can see their heat map from when we played them last time, their passing network and their key passes as well. Let's have a look at the team that we're sending out. It's essentially the same team. So it's Rima Miles, keeps his spot in Europe in goal for this one. It is Norrington Davies, it's O'Halloran, Topley and Folleran as the back four. Broughton as the deep line playmaker. York and Murphy go in midfield. Grehan down the right, Vukovic down the left. We're going with Velge up top as a target man on support. The main reason for this, ahead of Allmark, is if you have a look down here, the cursor's not going to let me move, but his free kick taking is 15. We've seen him score some wonderful free kicks. He is getting the start in this one ahead of Allmark, basically for his free kicks. So we'll see if that works or not. Williamson's on the bench if we need him. We just need to get ourselves a draw and we are safe. I'm going to go standard up. We did that last time, I think, didn't we? And we looked a lot better defensively. If we're too narrow, they got down the sides of us. I put this off for long enough. Let's go. Come on, boys. Come on. And they've sprung a surprise and gone with the 4-4-2. We were not expecting that. And now I worry that we don't have enough defenders. We've got Gosney on the bench. We don't really have someone we can drop back in. All right. Oh, why did you have to do that, Ajax? Why did you have to do that? Gomez to pick up where they left off. We've been on a good run lately, boys. Go out there and just don't lose. Can that be your team talk, boys? Don't lose. Please don't lose. And this is it. This is huge. Absolutely huge. As I keep saying, we needed to try and get out of this group into the Europa League and go on a little bit of a run there if we can for the coefficient points. Now, even if we lose this, as long as we can keep our goal difference positive, so if we lose by, say, if we lose 1-0, we'll still have the tiebreak against Ajax. But obviously that would mean if they took points... Grehan! If they were to take a point off of Barcelona or Manchester United, they would go ahead of us. So that's not ideal. We do want to try and avoid defeat here if we at all can. So far, so good, though. So far, so good. I feel sick. I genuinely feel sick. Oh, we've got apprehensive-looking following. I don't usually like the highlightless games on YouTube because obviously it's not the best thing to watch, but I'm sure you will all agree with me when I say if we do not get a highlight this entire game, we'll all be very, very happy indeed. I mean, so far so good, isn't it? It's, as I said, I apologise. It's not the best. Barcelona's taking the lead against Manchester United. That's not ideal for us. If we had any chance of getting out of the group, we really did need Manchester United to win that, and they're 2-0 down. But let's be honest, we would only have to beat Barcelona at home for that to even matter. So that's not going to happen. Assertive dig in. We deserve to win this game. Dig in, boys. Let's tell the guys here that aren't playing particularly well that we expect a little bit more from them. Just don't let this slide, boys. Don't let it slide. What can we do? It's one of these. Do we actually want to go at them? I don't think we do. Because if we open ourselves up and concede, then we've given ourselves all sorts of problems that we didn't need to do. Could we pass into space? Let's try that. We could probably get a good half an hour out of Williamson. So let's maybe plan for that to be the case. If we get to the hour mark, we've got a set piece to defend, and it's been our Achilles heel all through Europe. Topley's there, heads it away. Well done, Tops. Come on, Murph. Here we go. Can he pick a pass? Go on, Murphy. He keeps going. Now slip it in. Vukovic picks it up. York out there to Norrington Davies. Back to Sam York. York has been dropped by Wales as well, which is ridiculously harsh on him. Here we go with Grehan. Pull it back, mate. Grehan. Fouls! Sam York. Couldn't get there. Yeah, he's been dropped by Wales, which is ridiculously harsh. Allmark is still in the Welsh squad, though. So that's a positive for us, especially for Allmark. Demand more, boys. Come on. Vukovic isn't having a great game. We do have Davies on the bench, but I think we've got to stick with Vukas, don't we? He's looked good out there at times. Norrington Davies, let's head it away. Topley has it back there to Rene. Fouls! Crushes it into the defender. Vukovic picks it up. Decent ball there. Norrington Davies, can he pull a cross back? It's there for Brewerton, for Vukovic. Turn, mate, he goes back. York, somebody hit something. Go on. We still have possession. York for Grehan. Grehan's in. Grehan! David Grehan gives us the lead on the hour mark. Excellent pressure by Bala Town, and we've taken the lead against Ajax. And as things stand, we are guaranteed mathematically Europa League football because they will not be able to overcome us. Grehan did brilliantly there. The new Callum Connolly. Oh, what a goal that is. David Grehan, a legend is born. And we are 1-0 up, and we've deserved it again. We've really, really played well here. But obviously, game is not over yet. Norrington Davies, who is this man? He looks like a footballer again. And he's given it away. Take it back. You look like a footballer. You've wasted a waste of £2 million. That's straight at Rima Miles. A simple save for Rima. And Vukovic is just having an off day. So let's get Sean Davies on. There's no point persisting with him. And I'm wondering at 1-0, do we actually want to bring Tommy Williamson on? Or do we actually just want to save him? There's probably not much sense in risking a repeat injury or anything along those lines here, is there? As long as we've got the lead, then that's all well and good. Here we go with Topley over a free kick. Kieran Topley, decent effort. Saved by the goalkeeper. That would have been a goal, wouldn't it? Norrington Davies, corner in. It's over the bar there from... Was that Grehan again? I did miss who it was that got the header there. Boys, keep concentrating, boys. Keep concentrating. Norrington Davies with a throw. In there for Brewerton. Brewerton has it. Nice ball for Murphy. Murphy back to Brewerton. Back for Davies. Brewerton. Norrington Davies. Forward. Looking for Fells. Fells gets a flick on, but there's no one there with him. Lindelof cleans it up. And Ajax come forward. This is becoming a bit of a long old highlight. Of course, a draw is not the end of the world for us. Obviously, with a win comes that prize money as well. Comes those coefficient points. That is all invaluable to us. But a draw is not the end of the world. Ball forward. It's an easy ball for Follerin. Murphy goes early for Grehan. We know he's rapid. We know he can score. Grehan, he's in here. Can he go back? Grehan, it's there for Felsh! Oh, I thought it was going in. Optical illusion. Alright, let's start and close this mofo down. Pass into space definitely worked, didn't it? We've looked a lot better since we started doing that. That's all good. That's what we want to do. We want to slow it down. That's fine. Let's do that. Actually, what I probably want to do as well is just sit these fullbacks back to defend. We did this last time, didn't we? We want you just to sit in. We want you to be a deep-lying playmaker. You to just go on support for me, please, Mr. Murphy. And that all looks fantastic. We want to go defensive and hope that we've done enough. Come on, Bala. Come on, this is huge. Have we done it? Have we done it? Have we done it? Have we done it? Yes, we have! We're going to the Europa League! No one's ever screamed that before, have they? But we are getting out of a Champions League group. We are not finishing bottom of a Champions League group. That is incredible in itself. Bala Town not finishing bottom of a Champions League group. And we are staying in Europe after Christmas. So young Bala Town shine against Ajax. A wonderful, wonderful result. We've done the double over Ajax. Money in the bank. Sam York drives us forward. Well done, Mr. Yorkie. That's what they get for dropping you from Wales, isn't it? Little putting on a display in Europe. And there we go. He's having a look at Jake O'Halloran is the Brentford boss. He's not going anywhere, mate. You can pay £10 million and you can get him. He's actually not quite developing as well as I would have hoped, but he's fine. He's doing a good job. He's getting the job done for us in Europe, and that is absolutely incredible. Look at the money in the bank. Amazing, amazing stuff. £33 million we have now. I'm so happy with that. I'm really, really proud of that. Let's have a quick check of the coefficient points. It is boring, but it is also so important. We are defending 13 points, and we have 8 already, so we're only going to drop 5 if we don't win another game, but we know we're going into the Europa League, and I mean, you see the teams and what we do to teams in Champions League qualifying, a lot of those are going to be the teams that we play in Europa League, so we could go on a nice little run there and maybe even defend these 13 points, which would be incredible, because then we've got in the next 2 seasons not too many to defend. So yeah, as I said, I know it's a little bit dry, but it really is so important that we try and get as many coefficient points as possible. But guys, that is it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. That result for Barcelona beating Manchester United is a bit of a pain in the backside for us. But, you know, if we win our last 2 games, we'll top the group, or we'll certainly get out of the group anyway. So, yeah, there is still a lot to play for in these last 2 Champions League games now, but the best thing is we are staying in Europe after Christmas. So that's it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and we'll be back next time for Hibs reserves in the Iron Brew Cup quarter-final, and then we host Barcelona. Oh, imagine if we could win that. Take care.